Good morning, guys. A good, great morning to all of those who tuned into the realest thing coming out of the world, coming to you from Guyana. And we're broadcasting this morning from 126 Laluni Street, Queenstown, Georgetown, South America, TBN Studios. Yeah, so how has your day started you? Me day starts so nice. It's not every day, things are as interesting as I would expect, but you gotta do what you gotta do, and the show has to go on. So this morning we starting with, um, for the longest while, we've been having a shortage of memes, but I get one, them guys make one yesterday. I find this one very interesting, and this comes off from yesterday. This is crazy. Um, Interesting. So have a laugh, start with a laugh on a positive note, and play back again during the program. She come home for do some wiring. Next thing I go pick up some. Straight out the home alone. Have a laugh at my expense. You know how much people have a laugh in the morning and have the day at my expense? Why do I get for it? Cause. Why does get for giving you a good laugh? A good cause. So this morning we got some issues to cover. They got a big man, a video surface of a big man. First thing, let's start on a positive note with a message from one of our Muslim brothers from Assalamu alaikum. Guess what? Here in London, they've announced Eid. From London. So Eid has been announced, and all the best to my Muslim brothers in Guyana and all around the world. Assalamu alaikum. Guess what? Here in London, they've announced Eid. So Eid Mubarak. May Allah accept all your acts of worship. MashaAllah, I'm so happy that we were given the opportunity by Allah Almighty to fast throughout the month of Ramadan, engage in so many acts of worship. We pray that Allah accept those acts of worship, and we pray that we exit the month of Ramadan in such a way that we're conscious of these deeds and we don't lose them. Because if you start doing the bad that you used to do prior to Ramadan, you're going to lose the goodness of the month of Ramadan. May Allah keep us steadfast and grant us goodness. Eid Mubarak. Have a lovely day. Remember in the obedience of Allah and enjoy yourselves. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Beautiful message. Beautiful message. All right. So we try to keep it civil because it's Eid, just for respect for we Muslim brothers, and then fasting for the Hindu starting now, right? Yeah, the world has been so divided. One people love the cow, the other people love eating the cow. Some people hate the pig, some people love the pig. It's just an atmosphere. The world is just, the matrix of the world is created that by nature, depends on what area you're from, we are divided. It's inevitable what the outcome of that will be. So I come across this video. So sweet man, church's girl, husband and a sweet man fighting. We got a video to the effect. And it's like, so there's no surprise anymore as to what happens in the world. Obviously, there's no surprise anymore. Anything is possible. All right? Let me heal up some of my people. Gita, Vic, Mussolini, Maesele, Mussolini, Nadira, Lorraine, Patricia, Gita, Yogesh, Tabu, a good morning to you. Tell Derek I say hi. Nandini, Sukram, Javon, Alex, morning to you. Rasgail, a good morning to you. Jay, good morning. Keto, Narayan, Gita, Shaniza, good morning to you. Alex tread lightly today, but you know there's gear warning. Amber, a good morning to you. Missy, good morning. Ravina, Trevor, good morning. Devika, Rudy, Hema, good morning. Jamar, Anjani, Umar, Shirley, Chetram, Mark, Vinny, good morning to you. Yeah. So what this let me show you this video, then I'll give you my analysis of this. Too many times we were discussing yesterday, day before yesterday, with women, and some people have a bad taste in it. Some people misunderstand what I'm talking about. But here I tell you, me never no stress. Me dealing with no stress. No, I find it repulsive. I can't hear. It's not. Women are perfect. If y'all want it, all y'all amazing. All y'all without sin. None of y'all ain't whores. None of y'all ain't bitches. It's I is the fucking problem. And I can keep y'all away from me. You understand? No. Not y'all is the problem. I is the problem. I is the problem. I can stay right here and keep reporting the stories about y'all. You understand? I'm talking to men to try with y'all and be loving and be caring and all that thing. But me ain't got no care for trying to figure it out. I realize I got shortcomings. I can't fucking deal with it. You understand? The black and the Indian man, like black people and Indian people in general, they prone to getting to understand a problem. Remember, it's out of indentureship. We come out of indentureship too, right? But remember when we come in shop, we didn't really walk in. Portuguese people didn't really walk in with the slave master. And we, after the thing happened, we end up with a little shop and that kind of thing. The Indian man was the farmer, the black man was the laborer, and they're accustomed to fucking stressing that. I am not dealing with that. Not one iota. Me not dealing with that. Me not fight for the man, the sweet man, and the man got a willingness. These two fuckers fighting for a woman. After knowing that two men went and fight for a woman, another man killed them in Borby's yard. I remember the story. Both of them get it dead. Two farmers, sweet man, go and fight for a woman and dead. Just months after, two men fighting brick from me. Baby carry on smartly. Yes, sir. I'm just telling y'all. Baby carry on smartly. I would give y'all a raise for start playing y'all new life. Right? Carry on smartly. Me not ain't. Me just left for the littlest thing. You just give me a headache. You call the wrong time. You just give me a headache. Tell you you're gonna fucking me. Now the cameraman, oh Jesus Christ. But we gotta see, we trying to think catch whatever piece we could catch.
Hey, James!
The cameraman, more worse than Tessa. You know Tessa? You know they got a woman that's involved in everybody. He cameraman run, imagine a man. He run, come in. He want to bring everybody to see. He got a video before he concentrate on making a proper video and he can show everybody what happened. Come in. Fucking Steve Harvey. You know? Jesus Christ.
Fully! And Scott, we need a man to beat him on Scott. China! Hey, John! Hey! What's good? Beat Morris Scott, yeah? Beat Morris Scott, beat it! Regardless. Beat Morris Scott, regardless of how it goes down.
Jesus Christ. So for explain this story, first thing, in no way, shape, or form me promoting over me. If I didn't know no woman bano. Yes, sir. You can't get me for fight over no woman. Hear what I tell you? Me ain't got a will. Here, me ain't got the fight in. Not physical, you know. Me ain't got the willingness to fight for like talk. Baby, what is wrong? Let's work this out. You see exit time? But then you come with a problem and think like you know someone they communicate, their language is fight. And then when you hold them and drop it in upon them. Yeah, partner. Hello.
Hello?
Talk to me.
Hey, I get this school, the problem, boy. I have cut it with me. What you gonna do?
No, them thing don't cut them or shoot.
Well, I
Them thing don't cut. And they calling me. How black people calling me with Goody problem? Portuguese people supposed to call me with Goody problem. I just half black. You got call Norton. Yes, and Norton you got call. Y'all don't call now. Remember, we got 45 minutes and this morning we got to do short because I'm going to do a shoot. Yesterday I tried to do a video for give y'all an update from Bellevue, but today I'm going to do a proper recording, explain everything to you so people can see the progress because you hear now kind of news. We're going to make who not going to make it and all them things. We are going to make the Bellevue project the most famous construction project in this country. You understand? Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Critic.
Yeah.
Have a blessed morning, brother.
Safe, brother. Thanks.
Yeah. You have a blessed morning.
Hi. Alright. Don't worry, I'll get a shout close to lunchtime. Let's see if I... Yeah. So, Norton, if you're... And here, man. You gotta go to your trusted people. If you're PNC, if you're black, Norton is the man to talk about Goody. Right? If you're Portuguese, maybe I could help you. I mean, I know Goody, but I sport in the Goody gaff. They say what I could do. If there's the attraction to me. Here was the funniest part. When you see a man walking with a girl, right? And you see a man walking, so the first thing the man careless do is watch down at me crutch. So this guy was like, Critic, I thought I said you got go. Imagine you make a joke, right? And the first thing you wife thinking, or you girl thinking is watch Critic crutch. Yeah. Remember, I know what's going on, right? I know what in people's mind. I know there's be thinking. I just think watching them, so right. And then some people they know how to do it. They just make a little glance. They're watching down. They're watching wrong. So yeah, and they watch the crutch. You imagine though. When you keep talking about it and making laugh, that I gotta go to imagine the first thing with your girl watching her when she see me. You understand? And then she thinking, well, if it's not good, it's what? Why is that from beer shippiness? Now, as it relates to these men fighting for these women, right? Samantha Secretary, if you had good me over now with me on. Man, I can't. No, but here we're discussing. Here, y'all ever know? Have you ever There are things you could say about me. You could suggest I'm an asshole. I can be an asshole at times. I can be vile, vulgar, all kind of thing. What you cannot dispute is the fact that I am the most violently honest. Violent. Honesty and violent is not supposed to go, or has never gone in the same paragraph before, because or the same sentence before, because it has never been experienced by the world before. I am violently honest. If you've been around me long enough, they draw their inferences about me, they draw their opinions about me based on what they've heard about me. If you've been following me since the parking meter days and kite show, and you follow me, you know there will be no other me. What I have done is taken my life in its rawest form. Anything you assume happens in my life. I have reported on everything in my life. That is undisputed. The accidents in my life, my sickness, they put a thing down my throat, I put it up, everything I put up there. Me not gonna make up nothing, me just to show you my mistakes, my shortcomings. When Simona Blooms came and protested in front of my house, there's a video that exists. Do you know who did the video? While I was being cussed down by Smelly Smell and I was protesting in front of my house, and Smelly Smell professed to know to read. She said, I know to read. And although she did at the time, did not know to read and spell properly, she made mistakes in that video. You're going to look back for the video. Who do you think recorded the whole process? While I was being protested and attacked, I recorded it. Everything that goes on in my life, I put it out there in the public. There are things that I don't put out. And you know why? It's as the result of the people who I'd be covering wouldn't want it. People close to me and calculate you. Look, the other day somebody come and somebody was sending me a set of things about them people who me and them had problem recently. Right? And said that some boat blew up by the wharf and killed. I said, no, not necessary. Because I was there, I covered the story, and know it wasn't no truth in the fact that the boat being there was not their boat. They're out to help somebody, they give the people them the wharf for more the boat. The boat exploded, the man gonna try to draw out gas night time, the boat exploded and killed 3 people. Somebody sent the thing to me for basically use again. If I said that 3 people dead by the wharf and so, it was not their fault. How do I know that? Because I covered the story. I was the only person that had a live video showing what happened when the ship, the vessel blew up at Friendship. And so when somebody sent it to me, they said, yes, this happened by them, it was their boat. I said, no, it's not their boat. It was not their boat. I know I was there. And even if it was them one, I know genuinely what happened. Some man going night time for thief out because we was there in the yard. There's the we's lunch, the jet skis and the boats and everything from there. Just days before I crashed the vessel, the same vessel that exploded and killed 3 men. One time we come, the water was low, we had to climb on the vessel and come in. Right? I have covered everything in my life force. I put it out there. So if you have met anybody that really than me, you tell me. I'm not asking you what is your opinion of me. You might like me, you might hate me, you might be a Christian woman and you don't like how I speak or something like that, you got disdain for me. You might be a man. If you're an adversarial man, you will tend to be reserved with another man. That is the way of the world. So nothing is wrong with that. Not everybody stays the way, but men by nature adversarial. Sometimes you appreciate me, sometimes you don't like me. Some people have amassed a hatred for me, or a dislike, I must say, not a hatred, a dislike as a result of what they've been told and the perception created in their mind of me. None of those people that I've listed can say Critic is not the realest thing they've not experienced, because whatever initiated the process in their head that caused me to affect an emotion in them, whether good, bad, or indifferent, obviously is unique. They've never experienced that before. That is a matter of fact. So when I watch these people, when I watch man fight for, yeah, I gotta take me advice. Any woman that is going to do anything, anybody that is going to do anything that is going to cause you to cause harm upon yourself, cause you, even leaders. That is why I don't take too lightly to the PNC. If you look at the PNC rhetoric, they try to get their people into anger, into angry frenzy that suggests people are being racist against you. They try to get them, if you look at the PPP, all they do is try to pat my head. Man, calm down, no, everything is going to be okay. They lean backwards to please. Look at the PNC, do a comparative analysis. The PNC, anger the people. Yes, you're not bad. Let me protest, let me fight, let me burn down. It is all indicative of the attitude all the time. That's a matter of fact. It is two attitudes. If you look at look at Jagger press conference. Norton is a very small man. Don't worry with him, he's silly. Look at Jagger press conference. It's like shades and don't worry with that fool, they're stupid. And Norton. Jagdio is dangerous. Simona Brooms, you got to bring them down. We got to bring them down now. You look at the difference in attitude. That is the same thing you're seeing in relationships. If there is somebody in your life that cause you to have such an emotional effect that drives you to anger, you got to get rid of that person. Or let me rephrase, you have to recluse yourself from that environment. You have to get away from that person, because the term get rid of might be misconstrued. Or in layman terms, you're going to misunderstand what I say. You don't understand what I say. Not get rid of. You move away from that person. Move from next to that person. Right? You move away from that person. Now, this whole thing is a woman cause it. A woman jump out of this man car. So the man, let me make sure we get this story right.
Critic, watch. The man we get knocked out is the sweet man, and the man with the yellow and blue jersey is the young lady.
So the man we get knocked out is the sweet man. Imagine you are seeing a video where the sweet man was attacking. The sweet man is attacking the husband. Now, what happened before this video started? This is what church is there on the back road. This is in church's compound. So there's a church's chicken gal. I don't know if she's bring chicken for them. I don't know what's the fucking attraction to she, but me fighting for nobody. Me ain't getting myself injured for nobody. Yes, sir. No woman ain't gonna put me in a situation that I got for fight for she. The honest truth is, I am not willing, when I deal with a woman, some women are adversarial by nature and they want you to show here what I tell you. You there? Cool. Pong. We there. Any problem? Sometimes I'm there totally. I just say laugh and all them things. Someone, oh, you talk to me? E-X-I-T. You know which one is the exit? They got the fire exit, they got the front exit, the back. Any fucking way you want head out, head out. Mean that? I am not willing to participate in a fight with my woman to show her that I need to keep her. Let me break it down for you again. In some relationships, a woman wants to see. That is like a tornado. She wants to know that you want. She's so bad. You will have a fight for she. Baby, let's make this work. You, I did, you did it. It ain't working? You conjuring up problems in your fucking head? You better go along your way. You better go along your way. Meaning, y'all understand what I'm telling you? When I see these two men fighting, hey, George! Come in, George, come in. Now this here, let me make sure we get it right. This here is the sweet man attacking the husband. Right? What I'm saying, me, they're at such an operational level. In-house, me will have a fight for the relationship. Because there's nothing, it's a big banner. What we fighting for? They got days your head go hot. They got days you're gonna be in a nice mood. They got days I am not gonna be in a nice mood. They got months. We might dep on par. And when the time comes that you feel you had enough, this is not the life you want, this is not what you want to be a part of, like a good concierge, there is the door, ma'am. Would you like me to hold it open for you at the time where you exit this situation? I must say, on behalf of us here, we want to thank you for the time you have stayed with us. And the main fact that you're leaving in such a form, it would not have been appreciated, but we once again want to thank you and bid you good wishes and farewell. We wish you the best in your new endeavors. If there's any consultation, you can reach out to us on the number 622-7740. We have taken all considerations. We have put a lot of thought into this, and we want to thank you and see you off, bidding you farewell. Me? Yeah, well, no, I pass through so much stage in me, like. One time, when a woman anger me, bye. appeler. This is not to do. This is a warn you what not to do. It was a mazel. A protéger. I got protéger. And when you catch you in bed, you do so, bam, bam, and you protéger. Well, here I tell you. Story not on your life. If you woman realize that in you being angered, you take it out on her sexually, by the amount of story was used raised up in your life, you don't know where it come from. You understand? Then you injure yourself. Because they're always willing to take your hand. There's a fight they want to have. Women want to have that fight. A good fight in bed. If you feel you could terrorize them, yeah. I made a mistake at time with a girl years ago. I said, I got brutal. I brutal you. You can't brutal woman. It's every day she'd find another thing for you brutal she. If you think you could be sexually abused, then got sexual abuse, it's like, you hear me belly rumbling? It's like, and I got back from my carnivore diet and some eat one time a day, may have the sugar, so I'm feeling different, right? I still feeling a little thing in my muscles and so. Yeah. So once she's in for it, because sexual abuse is a thing, right? But you can't say you will harass a woman and she ain't in the door. No. Well, she welcome it. Problem as that come from left, right, and center for you got to deal with it. If it's you start a problem in bed, you got a fucking serious problem there, right? So back to these man. So the man with the two big brick that picking up big brick and attacking. This man is the sweet man. You can't get me for pick up a brick for nothing. Eh? These two fucking Harry. These two Bano. Got a car, the hustling is a woman coming between and goddamn doing all kind of shit. Now this man, he pelt the man, he head of the brick. Or if when he get coffee falling and knock his head. You think she carrying soup for anyone of them? Them orangutan that come out for you tree and go up on another tree by. Them orange orangutan don't make joke. They just swinging from tree to tree. Both of them she would left. And find somebody else. You want to know how men are in disaster in this place? No, men are not perfect. Because one of them wrong here. Now, first thing I said the sweet man is wrong. But what the husband do for left the space? You understand? What the husband, a man, make a right decision for pick up. When you gonna pick up a orange orangutan just like that, see a fucking orange orangutan swinging from tree to tree, you gonna pick him up. You didn't know there's a tree swinging. Brad? Now what happened? The husband come, watch. The husband jumping. He the wrong she so much, he got her orangutan in here. Watch how the husband jumping. The husband doing high jumps here. Watch, he jumping the air again, watch. Going wrong. Right? Me, I could dare with any woman that got a man running me with a big brick. Eh? Watch the husband jumping. The man is shot, but he jump. Watch. He the wrong she so long. He getting orangutan in here too. Watch how the shot man jump by. I could dare with any woman that got a man running me with big brick. And tomorrow them two there. After this video, you could go and see he a dance with the girl and thing. He and the girl. This is a regular life for them people by me, they know. You understand? You going back and you could sit down and lie down with a woman. Hey, you remember when you had Daniel running me with a big brick? Me know how I telling you, you go and find the man there today. The man, the girl, they don't get them people. They got noble relationship. You understand? And I don't know. I don't even think them thing is relationship. I don't know. Them thing is shipment. Watch, cough. When I'm watching these angles, I thinking like, them banner never drive down Church Street night time. Them banner never go to no outing where, like them banner never travel and thing. Them man know the whole world got girl. Them man in China, you could pick up a wife, an honest, decent wife who was brought up in the right way. Them man know in the Arab countries, women are the savage of virginity for a husband, like good-looking women. And if you see the girl, but if you fucking see the girl with them two man fighting for you, might follow. Yeah, I telling you. When you spread open, but let me don't go into the details. Like we're fighting for partner. Eh? You could catch me in an angle like that. It's worth it, buddy. You could show them about a life worthless. You know, now people cause this sweet man, cause the other. No, me cause anybody. I just tell you all is a worthless set of fucking people. Because a man shot you in a big brick and bust up, you damage your brain, bano. If you fall and you broke your foot or something, bano. Y'all got the people that work for do, bano. Y'all do what y'all got do. We making these women thing a first preference in your life is wrong. This thing y'all playing too much with this thing, y'all let people like work. Y'all texting woman whole day. No, do an 8 to 5 job as a real man, contribute to society, do your time with your children and thing, and spend a fixed amount of time with your woman. Y'all paying too much of time and attention to these data. They ain't worth that much, bano. The world still gotta go on. They always want something more that never satisfy you. Always get a problem. And killing one another over it ain't make no sense. Watch, think, attack again. What a man mouth out the man mouth long by? Little more the man would have got a beak. We are fighting over, brother. You imagine the two of them, she kissing me. You understand? We attracted to you because you used to be looking at ugly duckling as a child. Donald Duck turned you on as a child. You grew up looking at Donald Duck and then you attracted. What you are fighting for? Boys, you wake up and behave yourself. I don't know what you're fighting for. Lucky thing the eclipse and pass hey when the fight because you didn't see both of them discount. But by them two like Dark Knight. When you want to find out they fighting for girl like fatter. I smelly smell. You know? Was past and people like, you know, normally is. You know? Them man fighting for girl but people wouldn't even like thing in the corner of the eye. Like people wouldn't dilate the pupils for focus upon them. People won't even notice them passing them out, kill for them thing now. Hello, good morning. You got to turn on the thing in the background there. Hello? Turn on the thing in the background then, man.
There's nothing in the background, my brother.
The video that you're listening to, I'm hearing it.
I am not listening to the video. My apologies, but I'm not.
All right, brother, talk to me.
I just wanted to know how you had the tenacity to show that nonsense that you started 6 months, a year later, and you've done nothing with the government's money that you got from your good friend Barrett.
What is that we're talking about? The Bellevue project?
Yes.
Okay, the starting date for the Bellevue project was the 29th of February. So there's no 6 months. This is 29th of February was the starting date for the Bellevue project. And today I'll do it in a recording of the entirety of what I've done so far, so you get a concept of it. Obviously, you have not done anything in your life of substance, and from the song of your voice, you're in your 60s. Or if you have, please correct me. If you have an engineering background and you have an understanding of how those things do. In the meantime,
I'm happy to correct you.
Well,
I'll tell you one of the things I haven't done I have done it is I finished school. I've never robbed anybody. I've never borrowed money from anybody. Didn't pay them back. I've never had sexual.
So you've actually never done anything. Because the banking system and everything else, the world runs on credit. So the main fact you've never borrowed anything, that means you've never done anything. What you have to do in the meantime is shut the fuck up.
I never said I never borrowed anything. I said it.
You understand? You really do nothing. And if the people you telling you that I robbed them, writers never write a story about me. I have never been accused publicly by anybody with credibility of anything. You can't get scum of the earth people come and accuse me of nothing. Yes, you got some sort of credibility. Maybe a banker, a legit businessman, and anything that when I talk about the charges that I've had, you Google it, you go hear me name. You understand? My past experience, my whole past is public knowledge. I talk about it. When I was abusive and everything else, I talk about it. Nobody can tell you about me. I got to tell you about me. So for scum of the earth people, you understand? If I come tell you, like me ain't got do nothing for absolve me since me ain't got no fucking sins. Me got a bad mouth. You understand? They ain't got nobody with credibility that could come and cost me. And this fool here, well, he's called steady. But thanks for tuning in constantly, by the way. Thanks for constantly being tuned in. Right? Hello, good morning.
Yeah, Critic. Good morning, my brother. Here what happened. You ain't got bother with people, Critic. You understand? People hate you. Because you know the reason why people hate you? A lot of people, because you just talk the truth, my brother. You understand? You just always come out and talk the truth. You understand? You don't lie to nobody, and that was admire you.
No, but
don't worry.
It is.
Don't worry. Yeah, don't worry with every knock, my brother. You understand?
No, but it's a known fact. It's a known fact that the truth draws a kind of attention that is not necessarily in favor of the presenter of the truth. Whoever speaking the truth is not necessarily a person that is well liked. This is a matter of fact since the beginning of time. You understand? When Christ came and told his own people the truth about what to expect and who would be this and who would do that, he faced the full wrath of the people.
Try out, man.
Right? So, no, but I understand. But we still got to have these conversations. You still got to listen to what people got to say. We still got to deal with the issues. And that's what makes me who I am, because the man said, but I can answer. You understand?
Don't worry to he. What about he? What he got for answer to? You don't bother with them, Critic.
Well, from the song, the vice and all them thing that he ain't got.
And this thing with Abri Nagan, let me tell you, he is Bichodas in PNC. Because because when them children used to get 10,000 cash, he is the one who advised David Granger for drop it. Yeah?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with you. At the level that Aubrey Norton was acting under the Granger administration, his advice wouldn't have been taken for anything. So don't let me try to stay in with though. I can tell you from a no, because remember I know, right? As much as I don't say who I know and what I know, at one time, Ganesh Maipal and myself were very close, and he would leak information from what going on. Politics is a dirty thing, right? Right now, there's a faction, three factions in the PNC, as a matter of fact. So you got the Norton group, and you got the Ford group, right? And you got a little other group who are hustling. So what would happen in the past? Like right now, Ganesh is a wrong thing and putting out information to undermine Norton. Like for instance, when I got the information about Norton writing the checks, if y'all remember when I broke the story, I got that information from Ganesh Maipal. We're not on the same page now because I find him to be very deceitful. I was warned about Ganesh. I'm telling you, a lot of times people would go after Ganesh. I say, man, don't worry about it. Me, yeah, right. But that banner deceiving and conniving. And it's an anti-man attitude. It's indicative of homosexuals.
Yeah, like the pastor.
Yes, and it is indicative of a homosexual man. But, the politics, like for instance, people don't know, the attack on President Ali when he was vying to become presidential candidate for the PPP did not come from the PNC. It was orchestrated and everything else by people like, what is this guy name? Former president.
Okay.
We name Ramotar. Ramotar created this whole thing about fake degree and all them things and started sharing it. So people don't know the cross-party politics that you experience and think it's dirty. No, the inner politics is more dirty. There is a working class of people, or there's a working structure presently in the PNC to undermine Norton, and in tune is undermining the PNC itself. You understand? The PPP has a different methodology, but it still is a dirty game. When you see Congress start, and people start going for vote, people you see shit we're gonna start said about it. Now,
I know.
Why I say is for clarity for people to understand. When I knew, because I have to accept responsibility for the mistakes that I have made, because you're gonna make mistakes in life, and you don't have to make mistakes if you could learn from my own. I was on the bandwagon to derail President Ali vying presidency for the PPP candidacy. I was on the bandwagon. I sing more than anything about the fake degree and everything else, which was orchestrated, manipulated, propagandized, and everything else out of the PPP. So when you watch people and you're thinking, it's PNC, that the Ganesh would call me and say, this is Ganesh is the person who recorded and was behind everything else, getting the man for Sebo the 30 blank check we get Norton. So this plan to derail Norton was a long time now. You understand? Ganesh is constantly in contact with people from the PPP trying to cross off. It's just that the people at PPP don't trust he. Here, it is indicative in the PPP's attitude to be more forthcoming and accepting of a black that is willing to cross over to the PPP. Because when a black man get the experience of the PPP, he ain't got no turning back. Because it's success for anybody who experiences success don't turn back.
Yeah, but because them is progressive people, and anybody who need to be progressive go follow PPP.
But if you watch, when the PPP lose trust in an Indian, like how they losing Nagamutu or Ramjatana, they don't turn back to them because they know the kind of devious, conniving attitude of an Indian. You understand?
It's cross walk out.
The PPP would open arms for black anytime. And look, you know Kwame is a crossover. You know Joe Hamilton is a crossover.
Yeah.
All of these people is crossover, and they have been loyal. They have been supportive of the PPP, and they work tirelessly to build the PPP.
Yeah, but they because them is progressive people.
People like people don't know the history of my pal. My pal just feed the PPP whatever information they need to undermine the PNC.
Exactly.
You understand? So people don't know them people. There's a lot going on in politics that people don't know about. When I break the story about the man with the blank check, I says, my pal. Sometimes I forget these things, but sometimes I got to talk, let people know that them ain't no saying. Like the other day I see he is the man there behind the thing attacking and all the different committees and so for the Bellevue project. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
And now I just sit down and get cussed, you know, because remember everybody and me his friend. I would sit down and people say, but I don't trust my pal. I would say, man, relax yourself. Yes, sir. The man thing, bring you up on my program one time, biggie up. You understand? But certain people cannot trust. I like Ford is mad and deliberate in his thing. He's a lawyer. He's maddened by PNC ideology. But you can't get, here I tell you, you can't get Ford himself. There was a recording that was released when Ford and Mike Paul was talking to the secretary, right? The party secretary, the man who write all the checks them and give not the 30. And Ford was trying to get clarity to make sure that it was precise. That's what was going on. Although Ford might be a fool to some extent, you understand? To use his knowledge and everything to be a part of the PNC, he's not a deceiving and conniving person. You understand? That is not indicative of black attitude. They could be ignorant, they could be angered easily and blurt out things that they make sense. Ford is no fool. He's deliberate in what he's doing. Nothing is wrong with wanting to vie for a position, but the methodology used, like Ford using Ganesh to do what he wants, because Ford ain't got the ability.
Exactly.
He ain't got the audacity. He ain't got the qualities that it take. He's not a devious, conniving person. Ganesh, my Paul, is dirty and vile. Ganesh, my Paul, would commit sexual acts with people, forget the position.
Yes.
You understand?
What about the pandit one by what they're wrong with them? What was the city, the mayor? Nobody down next grass. Like PNC get all this grass in them, right?
Here, they try what happens too many times. When this thing started, it started with the PPP Civic. I don't know if you know the history of the extension of the C on the PPP and the extension of the R on the PNC. So it is the PPP Civic, and the Civic was to create a black adjoining aspect to the PPP that will start watering down the fact that the PPP was predominantly an Indian party. Yeah. Immediately after that idea was conceptualized and delivered to the people, the PNC created the PNC reform. That now was to adjoin an Indian aspect to the PNC to suggest that it was not predominantly a black party. What happened, what ensued after that is that, and it started as a game for show, but the PPP came to learn that blacks were very resourceful and credible and people that you could rely on. So all the black Sam Hines and everybody else does why the PNCs call them house slave. They come and they honestly, genuinely put in what is requested of them. They give. Like if you look at Mark Phillips, you talk to the Prime Minister Mark Phillips. He's the civic aspect of the PPP and he became the Prime Minister. But if you speak to Mark Phillips, you'd realize he has no character to attack. He's an upstanding man, good wife, good family. He's done well for himself. You understand? Nothing bad could be said of him. And in the execution of his duties, he has delivered like any genuine black man would do. Now, so the PPP now get caught. Initially, when they start with Civic was for show, well, here, me got a black friend, right? Then they get caught that black people generally could bring things and build the PPP. So bam, they start coming. You get the Guyanese, you get people who really contributing. You understand? Who genuinely are contributing and who you genuinely could trust. The PNC, on the other hand, because of Indian attitude, because of this genetic trait, and devious and conniving ways of some of the Indians, not all of them. You understand? You remember? It's two here. We got to accept where we come from, the environment you're growing, the kind of struggle. What happens? The Indian man is on a playing field of competitiveness, second to none. The black man, nobody competing. Nobody in interest. All we there in the thing. We there in the dance. You understand? Rap and come in and the thing and the yeah and we there on scot. The Indian man, as soon as you lapse, somebody gone with your business idea and this and that. So you gotta be taking all the time. Right? The same attitude is what took them to the top. Don't get confused. That is what take them to the top. So there are pros and cons in our attitude. Now again, this is across the board for black people, this is across the board for Indian people. But we're relating specifically to the people who the PNC have the Indians who the PNC have outcast or are unwilling to accept, and the blacks. Yes, so we're looking at the Indians and the blacks and the cross-party thing. So the PNC has never been able to get a genuine Indian that they could trust. You understand?
Yes.
That is why Nagamutu, all these things, he wasn't allowed like how Mark Phillips is allowed. He is the prime minister. You understand? He is allowed to act in that capacity. He is allowed to perform in that capacity. When you hear Kwame Mackay talk, it's Kwame Mackay talking. When you hear Mark Phillips talking, when Nagamutu, you could remember Nagamutu, it was a big joke that nobody could have disputed that he was just a rubber stamp. Rubber stamp Nagamutu. Right? Because he had no proper portfolio. He was given nothing. The blacks did not trust him. Rightfully so.
Exactly.
You understand? Rightfully so. Same thing with Ramjatan. He was not trusted. He was not given a whole ministry to control. They had to infuse now a black man. Not for say they boss it in two Indians. They had to put a black man, Winston Felix, under he. Former police commissioner, a man who understand the happenings in this thing is so. They were not willing to give the part with.
That was on junkie. He always on junkie. So
right? So this is Indian and African black is a color. Start using better vocab. Seymour, we talking how we know. We talking local things. So to put that together, this is how we are here today. And the PNC, after the reform didn't work, continued to try to reform itself and keep pulling in parties, basically created an atmosphere that allowed an AFC to be created and then gobbled them in, and they continue to try to deceive. Through the suggestion of reform, they've tried to deceive people now into thinking, oh, well, you got a third party, and that is why the PPP has been resistant to the third force. But I have been supportive of the third force because I know there's a need for balance. Because every third force that is created had some infusion of the PNC and then end up joining the PNC. Where's the AFC? Where's the AFC votes today? The AFC has no votes. It has no credibility. It has been consumed by the PNC. You understand? Unfortunately, the PPP did not have to move from the civic because they initiated the idea first, and the civic component has served them well. Blacks joining the PPP have now proven there is a time in the near future that the PPP aspect of the PPP civic might be controlled. There is a time. There's a likelihood. As a black leader would have only recently taken over America, right? that is in Barack Obama. There is, as it progresses, if people like Irfan Ali and Jagdio get their way with the kind of diversity that they're creating in the PPP, there's a likelihood that one of the next PPP presidents will be a black president for the first time. Because blacks in the PPP have shown that they possess that quality of trust, that they will not derail the PPP's vision. Unfortunately, the Indians in the PNC have not been given, afforded the opportunity, have not shown that they have the ability to be trusted. You understand? Look at how when I there, they got them on a leash, a short leash. Because how you could there in a party as an Indian and people propagating racist remarks and so on, and you ain't saying nothing. Pandit doesn't say anything. My pa didn't say anything. He supported it. And they were there embarrassed. They were embarrassed. No such things happen in the PPP. There's nothing that could be said in the PPP that PPP saying, the PNC said the PPP is racist. But the PPP does not act or suggest anything in a racist manner. Valda Lawrence, we only got things for PNC people. Now, the Indian aspect of the PNC is the reformation. It's a PNCR people. That excluded people within the PNC who were Indian. A lot of what happens is racist in the party, and the Indians have to gobble it up because they're hungry and they want power and they would do anything to get it. They're devious and conniving. And to be a part of the PNC, a party that you watch the people that they draw. Like this girl, what we're gone. I haven't seen her in a long while. I hope she's doing well. Who was running herself in problem in the last parliament. With the kind of pressures you're in, any normal person would lose their mind. It's totally unfair. So I've just given you, we gonna after politics and element, just giving you a basic synopsis of what's going on. And we finish up with the ugly duckling in the next shot, man. So, right? So what you doing? He attacking him, man, now. He running behind him, man, only to be put down. What you going on now? Lucky thing they use it. And this is, I must give them respect for having a manly fight. Only the two big brick will come in. And man, this is a men. Yes, if we settle in something, we have a manly fight. And not running all about the place. So we go at it. We go at it when one man fall, you get up and shake hand, you guy. If that's what's needed, we have to start discussing how do we do a fight. Not man run with knife and man with call a manly fight. If you're disadvantaged, you don't run for a knife and a cutlass and make up. No. A manly fight. It is limited as to what kind of injuries we could get in all these things. I am not suggesting you fight, but if it comes to we fighting, let's have a gentleman's fight. Right? You get knocked out? You understand? You get knocked out, we ting and you feel the knockout. Let me call it George, right? Let's call it George. Nice manly thing. What else we got covered? So I got a big man here. I got a video, there's a photograph. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Hi, good morning.
No, I didn't want to talk to Mr. Critic, man. Oh, God. I see him that money for TV.
Mm-hmm. What is about you want to speak to him about?
Oh, Lord.
You drink early morning, uncle? You a little early man?
Nobody, me don't drink.
You don't drink?
Mm-hmm.
How your song, so you got stroke or something?
Credit, son?
You don't drink?
Yeah, you mean water?
Talk to me, what about you?
Hold on, the father he want to...
Turn down the thing in the background is the critic you're talking to, man.
The critic?
Turn down the thing in the background, big man. If he never fucking drunk, you change me. Man, see, don't drink, you drink water, well, partner. You water got something inside. So what you going on here? This what happened the other day. I don't know when this happened.
You got a driver license?
Somewhere in the East Bank. No. Uncle is a big man. I don't know what going on here. But this man Guyana, the man can't tint it. You have to open the window for see. You take a big chance, uncle. If you open me car door, me car door's locked most of it. You ain't knocking for me car. If by some mistake you open me car door, uncle, you run into the right person. If you never get kicking you fucking head with a safety boots, like tell you, I would plaster this. You hear? You see this, sir? Your fucking dentures would pass through the back of your head. You hear what I tell you? Because from the driving, say with the man up on the one, the man up on another side. Yeah, I gotta stop it. This man's a big man. I gotta stop. And then here, you gotta hear what he going to telling the young man about he more than that kind of thing. You hear what I telling you? Yeah, I got depth on your heights with this thing. This stupidness and everything with road rages of violence and they got another man, two man beating one another on the road. Yeah, I gotta stop with this thing. We could deal with this thing more civilly. You know how much time I get angry with people on the road? And I count 1 to 10 and say, yo, Carl, even if somebody jam me car, I just left it. I just go after. I know innocent one out of this. They got days you could catch me in a real wrong angle. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Critic.
Hi.
I'm just calling to say good morning to you.
Good morning, ma'am. A good morning to you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Okay, bye-bye.
Her voice is very calming. It changed my whole demeanor. You see when you got a woman and she's positive, your fucking woman is beer crasses, it's just upset your day by. Yeah, I gotta look at them. This is the next thing. Check them from the tone of voice. So, what? Let me watch the video.
Do you have a driver license?
Just is come open people door.
I said, do you have a driver license?
But just like this coming open people
Let
door.
me ask you. Do you have a driver license? I want me to take you out of here. Huh? How long are you driving this vehicle? How long are you driving this vehicle? How long are you driving on the road? When you see a vehicle coming, reverse back and let the people pass.
Just like this coming open people door.
You don't get before I push your head inside the window and carry you to the station. You're talking to the wrong man.
No problem. I just ask you, just you coming open my vehicle. Just you coming open my vehicle door.
You don't know me.
I don't care who's you.
You don't know me.
I don't care who's you.
You want to know me?
I said I don't care who's you.
You want to know me?
You hear what I said? What you hear what I said?
You don't know me. You better find out about these people inside here.
I don't care.
You don't care? If I had the time with you, I'd send you to the hospital.
I said I don't care.
I'll send you to the hospital.
I will deal with this, don't worry.
You could deal with it. You could deal with your mother now. Tell your mother I said so. If I was a mother, I even want to fuck her.
Yeah, no problem.
Or tell your mother. If she got time to fuck with me,
I don't know how it reached to this stage, but it should not reach to this stage at no time. We gotta be more civil. And I could tell you, long time you might catch me in a video talking them stupidness stuff. So I know innocent one out here. But if I'm gonna be the mediator and ask for me advice, I'm saying at no point in time we gotta forget this
available.
conversation.
No problem.
you go tell your mother I said so. If she got time to fuck with me, I'm available.
Good.
So I don't know where the anger comes from. I don't know what, but this is, I think this is what happened. This is how the vehicle was parked. Is there another video? There's another video somewhere, right? I saying, uncle, me playing them game. Don't roll up on me like I jam my car. The man roll up on me. I say, Pat, don't roll me down them thing now. Mean that you know fight with no fucking body for no jam car thing. The guy insurance could deal with this. I can give me paper. There's a process for this thing. I give you me paper, you give me you paper. We make a report to the station. They got amicable ways of solving this thing. Nobody running up on me. I don't give a fuck. What's the accident? Why black? What I do? I'm willing to accept that I might be wrong, but yeah, my brother.
Aye. The incident with the man in the car. This is all about power. You were talking about power a little earlier. This is all about power. That's what powers do to people.
Yeah. I got, sometimes, bro, I'm glad you call and you put it into perspective. Sometimes I talk about things and I don't simplify it. But, constantly I got to revisit. Like as I grew and remember or see who I am and how I've become, I got constantly remind myself, stay grounded by. People don't know it. Don't happen naturally, You got to remind yourself. Like when Banner run up to me and I can't, you mad? Because remember, by nature, I was a street fighter and I got a violent past. No, I was one of the few people who could video beating the living daylights out your skunt and nobody really could do nothing about it. Nothing can happen. You understand? But nonetheless, that does not afford me the opportunity to do that, although I'm aware of that. So
you walk up to my vehicle. You open the door. You done wrong already. You start trying to manage the man. After that happen now, you realize that the man calm. You decide to talk with the man's mother.
Yeah.
You're behaving in a manner that shows, well, okay, you must see somebody you got some police friend or whatever. Or somebody big bike.
No, but we get. I'm looking at it. I am looking at it and I'm saying, bro, in a drunken fit, long time you'd catch me, Pondo, right? Like, for instance, they had a video. They ain't got a video. They had an instance where me and Glenn went at it, right? I will see people said, this is Critic. Like, yeah, sir. So if you catch me in a video, these things happen, but continually I'm saying I have to revisit and say, here, you got to be responsible. You got grandson, you got, like Michael get caught up in a thing like KFC here in a man. I guess says, son, like you answer. We are afforded, and I explained to the boys this. I said, why you got to keep calm? Now, a man has to know his angers and know his strength. And he has to carry a sword, but he has to sheath it. You understand?
Yeah.
Sheep can't act like wolves, but wolves can act like sheep. You need to be a wolf if you need to survive, right?
Correct.
You need to be able to apply to fits of anger and rage if needed, because it's the only way to take care of yourself. I'm telling you, you can't pacify nobody broken in you fucking house, partner. I'm planning for hold you down and your wife and they ain't got no pacifying though. Them banner come with intent. You got to bring out a lion in you. People need to hurt. People need to die. You understand?
You gotta do.
Being that man, constantly you have to remind yourself when it comes to these little petty things, because the laws exist for these things. Yo, not me, buddy. I sorry, not think, yes, I walk away, because this game of constantly needing to show, power. No. You sheath your anger. You sheath your weapon in linen cloth. You understand? And only use it when time needs be. One of the greatest psychologists, Jordan Peterson said, yes, you need to be a lion and then calm your anger. You can't, if you're a sheep, when the time comes to be angry, you can't be a lion.
It would be interesting to have a chat with the guy. And hear exactly what's his mindset. You know what I mean? I said, bro, this man park around however. What bring you to tell the man about the modern way of doing modern?
Sometimes it gets out of hand. Here why. There are instances, recently, a clapper boxing a little by a driveway with Winston vehicle. I didn't have much remorse for that because of the fact that I think it was befitting, right? For a young man, for catch yourself, for put you into perspective, rather than beating you up and chopping you and a box, a manly box put you to place. But there are instances like I was at the airport and that's recently coming in the airport. And I said, man, what the F really going on? Because it's tripping is going on with them, right? And then I had to ask myself, is that befitting of you? It's not abnormal because I say fuck on the program, right?
Yeah.
But there are people there, people are coming in the country, and I had to revisit and say, is this indicative of the attitude that you're supposed to be presenting? Right? So I had to question. Nobody conscious because it's Critic. But there are people who don't know who I am, people who are coming in the country at the time, and so. But there are instances that I act out in a manner, I become angry, that when I am finished, there's a bit of remorse that comes over me, and I have to ask myself, is this you, or is this the way that you want to be seen? It's obviously me. The main fact that I present that way, it's obviously me. But do I want to continue on this path? And I got to revisit that. So when I hear in the big man, I'm thinking, he looks like he's carrying a firearm. He got a watch, he got a ring. He look ageable, but still, obviously, he has been taking care of his whole life. So he's been afforded an opportunity. And you know what I tell my boys, partner? I tell my boys, and I told Michael, because Michael got himself, there was a video that circulated with Michael getting himself in an issue with a man, cussing up a man at the KFC. The man stop and waiting, and they want to pull out and again. And I said, son, what you have to remember, and this is what I constantly remind myself, I have been afforded a unique opportunity in this country. I'm the Guyanese critic. Whether or not it is as a result of respect or anger or a negative perception of me, I am known to more Guyanese than any other individual in this country. How do I hold that? There would have been presidents. There are kids today that don't know who President Jagan was and who President Burnham was, that know who the Guyanese critic is. In light of being afforded that opportunity, I tell my sons, you can't get cake and bake. You understand? You can't get cake and bake. You can't want to be afforded a piece of the pie that people are thriving and hustling for reaching the top. You can't get to the top, afforded an opportunity your father let you in. You understand? Because here we're telling you, you got some people make it and the children still hustling, partner. The children still struggling, still got to go for a job. You understand? I have been able to capitalize on the opportunities afforded to me and maturing them too. And I said, partner, the guy one of them, well, he feeling miserably, he didn't understand the concept, that's why I can't facilitate it. I can't have people directly associated with me and by blood, that trampling on the rights of Guyanese people, the same Guyanese people who have made me who I am.
Yeah, I hear you, my brother.
I can't have that. So, yeah. Right? I can't have. This causes me to choke up a little bit because people don't know the love I have for this country. And for Guyanese people. And one would ask why? If it weren't the Guyanese people, like smelly smell, she's just a bitch. That's the honest truth. But I could never hate her. Every day what she does takes me to new heights. That's the honest truth. Whether if it's negativity, because it takes me to new heights. Look at me. Look at the attacks that I have endured. How has it changed me for the negative? I continue to grow. Like I can't. Let me get you a laugh. Me and Siango forget your passport the other day. Let's see, I tell you this. He can tell you. And I did passport office and there's a line of people. I walk. I used to Guyanese critic, but I walk in. When I watch the line, I said, I can't go in front of these people. Because I already in front of these people. You understand? I can't. In my right, except everybody agree. Mr. Critic, you go fast. I can't walk past me Guyanese brothers and sisters standing up. They know there's daily struggle. For who? For big up myself and Sian, who's an afforded kid, who born as a multi-billionaire. You understand? I take them thing to heart, bro. No matter what I talk about, people in Ireland think, no. When I in my quiet moment, I would never trample on nobody, knowingly Guyanese. Because why? What else you think has contributed to me being here today? Even if they got enough people that dislike me or what I do, there are so much people that I have been on their shoulders to get here. And most people don't have accept that. People just accept us as a result of they doing. Will you been on fucking Mars and make your money, partner? Will you make your money in Mars? Or you make your money here? Whether a man is poor, a man is richer, well, I'm saying again, I too make mistakes. I too cause people and tell them what I want for them. But in my lonely moment, I personally would never trample on anybody's right. You know why? It is the people who have afforded me the opportunity of being here. I continually got pay respect to them. And I just want me cheering me though. Like for instance, when any problem with me cheering the police, you know that, don't tell me. It's till the police scare them and lock them up. Then they call me. And when I go to the station, man, I say, man, critic them man that says you son, but I say, yo, don't telling people I is your father. If you do a wrong thing, you gotta deal with it, partner. Don't go about telling people, oh, critic is me father. And then, no, we play no big boy game. We is big boy, and we know what we are. That doesn't mean we should be trampling on people's rights. See, in my lonely moment, I make mistakes. I tag things. I might tag things that might demean people. That's a, not to say I don't have personal remorse for my mistakes that I've made. And men like this big man here got continually be questioning yourself. I just gotta question myself. When you got people, oh, they like for instance, I am not, Mr. Critic, I said, yeah, I just gotta answer every time. Oh God, it could be annoying. But don't you think it is out of respect that the man see to say, call your name? You just gotta see it from their perspective. I'm glad that he see Critic. What would be in him? That he, Critic! Yeah, whole day I gotta answer my name thousands of times. But I do it every time. Because that is all I'm giving back to that person. As a result of the person watching me page, liking me page, sharing something, so that has made me who I am. I'm afforded certain opportunities because of who I am, how I deliver myself. That's a matter of fact. I'm treated a certain way, I'm treated differently. But not because I'm afforded those opportunities. I'm supposed to know when I grow and get to the top trample. That's why I always the regular. I tag the same way. I wear the same clothes. Anybody make us critic you for it. I thought just act nobody. I 100%, 110% real. And that is what you gotta apply in your life. Like that big man there, as my partner saying, you know, like it touched me just now when I just thinking about how people are trampling at it. And again, I am not perfect, but when I make these mistakes, if I'm ever caught making a mistake like that, like I cussed the man who was slapped the Muslim man. The body left was slap the man behind here. So man, you can't think of man. And I clap a slap in a little bite too. But how else do you deal with it? Should I take him and lock him up? I have to make a conscious decision, put it in place as a little boy, a big man to a little boy. You understand? Because he's a child, he need to be put one box in his skunt. Jumping with the vehicle and driving a skating up the vehicle and we left the vehicle in the car wash. And I stop him, he driving all about like he mad. Yeah, my brother.
Hello.
Yeah, my brother.
Morning, boy. Now, I'd like a little contribution to your program. Put a little thing to it. The
man, them two chapel fighting for one woman. So you got this, you are this street man, you gotta get a little that. You find out the woman got a man. Left and go along, you in peace, buddy. 27 women to one man. Are you fighting over one?
Was that where you get a statistic from?
By it's 27 to 1 man, you do check the stats in the world.
No, 9 to 1, 9 to 1.
9 to 1 is dropped. Even though it's 3 to 1, buddy.
No, but what has happened? What has happened? I recently was watching the podcast where a black comedian was saying, although it's 9 to 1, right, or 10 to 1, what he just do, he just take the 10 from the anti-men, the 10 for the retarded men who don't know they got 10, right? And so he's end up with couple 10s, yeah.
Good. Now the other big man, he fed up fucking live. You open a man car door and guy in the man car. Suppose there's one them illiterate young man being in the car. The man
well, here what telling you, bro. Here why watching me illiterate. You know me illiterate. But
nobody.
I am prone to fits of violence.
Back in this way, you might think different at the moment.
No, right? Bro. Listen to me. This is not no joke.
Suppose you get job, but you can put some good kicking in you.
Well, listen to me. Here I telling you. I driving down. If you see me car, the damages on my car, there are a number of incidents and damages on it's happened by me. I driving down Church Street, the head of Church Street in front of the library. Coming from around my town, or come around the turn there. A man there behind me. I stop for old lady cross. Me know we see this old lady cross. Beep blowing. And then the man to pull in front of me and think. Now bear in mind I got my security issues, right? The man pull in front of me thinking, I just pull up aside there's a black arm in the car. When I wind on me when the man see me face. Here? Lashing the whole one side. The man I never see back until today. I don't make joke partner. Me coming out to me car. Yeah? I am making them joke. You stopping, you are brake checking me, and no. If you brake check me, I will run into your back. Me am playing them game. I don't know who you is. I don't know who's your programmer as the Guyanese critic. I ain't not playing no game. Nobody stopping me. Nobody trying to block me in. You understand? I'm willing to accept I'm prone to fits of rage. I'm playing no game. I'm going to try my best to be civil. I try my best to be disciplined. Me not play them game. I'm telling you, you gotta be a dunce dog. If the mommy open me door, it was a different fucking story. The plate all, the man got a plate on the seat to the side there. The plate all with a thing he face. You understand?
I understand what you're saying, but then again, that goes for all Guyanese. You just can't open a man car door.
No, but what happened? What is the thing? These are unnecessary issues. Like this big man, and that is why I say continually I just have to be grounded. I talk to the boys about being grounded, right? And discipline. No. This big man, look, you see, guy, watch, you live a thing life and all them thing now. You look good. You got wife, you got picnic, you got that and all. What kind of fucking citation is that, buddy? You understand? I'm hoping he's seeing and he revisit it.
Some people that's out for this road looking for problem. All we got to do is try to avoid them.
If you could tell me there's a traffic, like you see somebody coming out, I got a backup. No, you hold till and come in traffic right up on the road.
Yeah, I want to beat up too much by advise them. I mean, you know, that you could post and tell the world, hey, he father is the Guyanese critic, but yet the guy got composed over themselves.
Bro, here what happened now?
Use your father name.
No, but listen to me. Let me tell you why I don't promote it. It happens. You could talk how much time you want to talk. Mistakes are going to happen. My boys are going to make mistakes. I'm going to be there to support them all the days of their life.
Nobody important.
No, but here, I am not in no way, shape, or form promoting power-drunk children. You understand? When they make those mistakes, they will be brought on this live, like every other Guyanese is brought on this live. And they will have to pay for the mistakes that they've made at the behest of the public court. You understand? Like I make everybody else pay because of the starter. I don't expect that from them. Like Paul is a fun-loving kid. Michael is very out. Nobody can say nothing bad about Michael. Now people don't know. Me and Michael had a big rift recently, and people don't know why. Michael had a problem at Rumsville Police, not Rumsville, Rosignal Police Station. A doctor named Dr. Box. And my son had a confrontation. The doctor called me and said, "Me son say," I said, "Not my son." He said, "No, I'm telling you." I said, "You what telling you? Is this only getting this only now?" Me and Michael had a rift for that because he expected me to take his side and support him. And I did not. I learned something from that. Because here what Dr. Box telling me now, Bano, is your son, and we could. I said, no, partner. Because right, if I think you can't do no favor for me, y'all get locked up. Paul watch me, because Paul up on the other side of the phone. I said, "Daddy, is Michael. We got tech." I said, "Nami." I said, "Send a car for my daughter-in-law and my grandson. Let he feel the brunt of the law." And the doctor telling me, he said, "Man, if you say," I said, "No, me say nothing. Whoever going out with me, me son, and you try there." Which in what he was saying was untrue. It wasn't truth in its entirety, because other people said too. Right? But me refused myself. I said, "Yeah, man, it's my son. Let's say," I said, "Partner, let the police handle it." And Michael wasn't talking to the I said, "Son, what happened?" He said, "Daddy, I feel a sinking feeling when you left me alone in the dark there." Because like you hear I telling him up on the phone, "Not me. I am not in that." You understand? And there's the next thing I learned. I say here, to some extent, I got for stand up for me children. Because I never give me children them right, People don't know. Me children just get the last say in anything that anybody say about them. Because I don't make joke with them. I can remember Michael called me. Michael had an accident at Lozignan. Knocked down a ban at Lozignan. And I go and cover the story. When I reach Michael, I hold Michael. I said, "Michael, you're drunk." I smell Michael's mouth. He said, "No." I said, "You were speeding." He said, "No, Daddy." I accused him. I said, "Michael, no possible way you could knock down a man and everything." Partner, my heart sink when I watch the video. Michael driving at about 40 kilometers per hour, a fucking junkie. Eating drunk and eating out of a food box with the head down in the food box, walk in front of Michael car, walk off the medium. Video footage. And let me Michael can tell. Right away, as soon as I go up on the accident, I said, "Michael mouth." I said, "Michael, you can, no possible way. How unlucky can you?" And it was unlucky. The other day again. And I sit down and I think, I said, what else is there if it's not for family and togetherness between me and my sons, and no matter what? I've chosen this path because I got to be fair to Guyanese people too. But who is not going to take care of their own? Well, I've been guilty of that. Because the other day when the doctor called me, the doctor could tell you. I say, "Yo," because all I thinking is, "Partner, me, you ain't coming to no settlement for no wrongdoing. I apologize for no wrongdoing, but me child do you." He tell me, "Man, this thing will go to court, this thing will be a big thing." He said, "It can be how big it want fucking be. Not me. You can't settle nothing with me." Because I know when he time come in an issue, we ain't settling nothing. It's me prerogative if I want to take it out of the goodness of my heart. I say, "Man, but this ain't make no sense even for raise the issue." Yeah. So brutal. I take me licks. Because when I share in licks, God to help you. And that's me life. That's how I carry myself. Like people just continue to call me about me one son who we cut off by gate. No, there are no chances. There ain't no chances. You gotta live right by the people. Guyanese people trust me. Guyanese people trust me. You imagine I facilitating because of blood or something else, facilitating people, disrespecting people. I do this because I know when shit hit the van and people say, "That fucking one Critic, they don't get rid of you." Me taking no blame for the banner. Me not there in there. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, turn off the thing in your background, buddy.
Yes, hello, Mr. Critic. I was calling you concerning this house lot, man. I have played since 2010.
I hear your story yesterday. I have reached out. You send the documents to me, right?
No, I now calling you.
No, you sent something to me WhatsApp yesterday?
No.
Oh shit! Send it. You apply for house lot and you get back your recognition form.
Yeah, back to cause since 2010 I put it.
2010. That's before 2000. You and when I tell you the last time you went into housing?
I've been in last year and tell me that them look them are dealing with them now.
2019. They're looking after all 2019. Send the form to my WhatsApp and I'll have a look at it and see what I could do.
Roger.
Yeah. So I just tell you this here. I'm not perfect. The model that I'm using is not perfect, but I feel it's the best model because me and one nobody got here simple things. Let's see, I tell you that. When I go, I said, I do. I got a next immigration officer. I said, man, go in and talk to the big, because remember she didn't uniform. Talk to the big man for me if he could help you out, right? The big man said, we gotta wait. I said, me going in front of nobody. Little things like this make I feel funny. And see, I said, man, use the critic. I said, nobody. Remember, I done the head of the game. I could afford to pay $20,000 for get expedite and all them things. I could afford it. I drive and go there. You got to catch bus and go there for get a passport. Now, I used to be in this situation too. I used to be a Harry too. No, but not because you are and you have become. So that's just me principles. It mightn't be the perfect model, but in my head, it brings peace to me knowing that even the people them would think they hate me or have a negative perception of me is as a result of what people put in the fucking head. It's not as a result of the experience they got with me. All the people with me a friend and me and them tight, get some good cuts from me and they know, yo, this banner just genuine. This banner style. Most of the people and me that got a close bond and relationship, we friendship didn't start on a nice note. You understand? So I hoping that y'all could do things like that and we keep it real. We ain't gonna be trampling on each other's rights. And what a man who has have to do, like a big man like that. You understand? You running it, you believe if I drive over you, scunt and lick you down, you recovering from that day 8, 7, 6, 7, 10 thing, you fucking hip broke up and your foot broke up and all that, you believe it easy? And I don't know where you're going. The man done, he even conscious of the man video, he even conscious of the thing blow out of a proportion. You understand? You think you're recovering from that? Stupid, let me say that's stupid, man, as the partner can says a dumb stuff. And he just drive off with he in the door, I reverse back, and the cars do them kind of thing. I would reverse, like when you open the door, I reverse back, so bladam, like he don't. You go and explain to the police, we in the fucking door open. Who opened the door? I opened the door for you. You go and explain to them though. You understand? But no, put it in the context. Your foot broke up, your hand broke up at this age. Right? How you recovering from them makes no sense. You obviously is an accomplished person. You're driving out from somewhere. You got a vehicle. You got Tundra. When you watch the Tundra. No, I don't bring Tundra anymore. You got Tundra since back in the days. It is well kept. It looks a certain way. Carry yourself a certain way. Don't get yourself in them thing now. And this is not but Dama. This is about other men who would make this. I too am prone to fits of rage. I too may sometimes think back and be very remorseful of what I've done and the mistakes I've made and all of them. Right? Let me see if we got anything else in the issues here to cover and talk about. If not, let me done upon a note of a laugh at my expense. She come home for do some wiring.
Next thing I go pick up something. Straight out to Home Alone.
Guys, peace out. Keep it real.